Hello. Have you heard about cloud computing? Cloud computing has become an essential skills to have if you are planning to get into IT industry. So, I've created this video specifically for you to give you an overview about cloud computing things. In this course, we are going to talk about cloud computing basics. We will see the cloud computing modules, the types of cloud computing, what are some of the benefits which we can get out of cloud, and what are some of the things which you need to really look at when we are opting for a cloud. So let's get started.
In the current era, we all are online and users are having multiple devices to get online. And we all are using some or other applications to get the information we are looking for. Every device, it could be a mobile phone or a laptop, is a hardware which consists of CPU, memory, disk, and network. When a user connects to any application, that eventually connects to a server which also have a similar hardware component. However, as it needs to support many multiple users at the same time, the capacity requirement are more and hence server will have larger sizes. When a company has a few servers, it generally keep it in a place which is known as server room. You might have seen that one in office, which is generally a small space, consists of few servers. A single server can support up to thousands of users. However, if you have an application which has millions of users, single server cannot help here. So, companies start adding more and more servers. Now, once you have a lot of servers, you definitely need a bigger space, and that's what we call it as a data center, which can host thousands of servers. To run this data center, there are plenty of requirements which needs to be fulfilled, like space, electricity, water, air conditioning, engineers, workers, and bunch of other things. So, there are a few challenges as well to keep it going. Now, what are those challenges? Security. Definitely you need to maintain a high security in these places. You need to ensure the high availability of all these systems which is deployed inside the data center. Scalability. Ensuring the scalable application whenever needed. High maintenance costs. Definitely as you are maintaining the data center, definitely cost of maintenance is very high. Resources and skills. These are some of the things which are really important to keep your data center running. And to overcome these challenges, enterprises look for another option which can be easy to manage with less cost while providing on-demand services. And that's where cloud computing really comes into the picture. It provides a similar set of services compared to data center. However, enterprises do not need to manage it. They just have to pay when they use. So there is no upfront investment. In business terms, we call it as capex. Now let's understand the evolution from physical to virtual machine. Before jumping into more details on the cloud computing, let's understand how the overall physical to virtual transformation really happens. With every physical server, which has all components like CPU, memory, disk, and network, which can have only one single operating system running on it. With this approach, physical server can only run one operating system and limited set of applications on it. In the virtual machine, with the help of virtualization, which is also called as hypervisor, it is possible to create a multiple virtual machines on top of single physical machine. The advantage is to have a different kind of operating system which can run on every single virtual machine, and each virtual machine or a VM can then run multiple applications in a completely isolated environment. The advantage of using this approach is to provide the flexible deployment method to take the full potential of the underlying hardware. Hypervisor, which can also manage multiple physical servers. By using the virtual machines, the portability means moving virtual machines from one hypervisor to another hypervisor is also possible, which enhance the availability of your application. And by adding more and more power to VM, it is easy to enhance the performance of the application. Similar method can also be applied when a virtual machine migration done from on-premises to cloud computing. It is as easy as moving it from one data center to another data center. Now let's try to understand the different types of cloud computing. Now there are three types which are really defined in the cloud computing. First is public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Now let's try to understand this by an example of transport options. Say, like if you want to go to an office and you take a public transport like bus or metro, which is accessible to all and is a shared service. You buy a ticket, you get your seat and reach office. However, with this approach, security and comfort might not be that great. Now, let's say instead of taking a public transport, you take a Uber or private taxi and you reach office. With this, you paid extra money and used a private service which ensure the safety and comfort. Hybrid approach which can be adopted on a case-to-case basis. So for some time you can use public transport and sometime you can use private taxi, completely based on requirement and scenarios. Now let's try to understand the different service models which are available. The first model is on-premises. Now there are plenty of things which comes into the picture when it is considering the application management. Starting from networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, data, and an application, everything needs to be managed by you. And for that, you need to maintain a data center. In another model which is provided by cloud services, the IaaS, which is infrastructure as a service. Now in IaaS, networking, storage, servers, virtualization gets managed by cloud provider and remaining things needs to be managed by you. In another model, which is PaaS, platform as a service. In this model, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, and runtime gets managed by cloud provider. Only data and application needs to be managed by you. Now let's understand SaaS. SaaS, software as a service. In SaaS, everything will be managed by cloud provider and you just have to focus on using the application rather than managing it. I hope the models are clear for us. We will talk in more detail as we move towards these services. Now let's talk about some of the benefits of using cloud computing. Cost effective. Cloud is cost effective in a way as it does not require any upfront investment. Even a very small organization can create a cloud instance without any money and pay once when you use it based on the pay-as-you-go model, which makes software development and deployment much easier and faster. Scalability. Adding more and more power to the application for making it more available and high performance, cloud can support unlimited scaling and underlying resources based on the requirement. Automation. Cloud is all about automation. The more you get into cloud, the more you see things in an automated way, which is the power behind cloud computing. Better collaboration. With the availability of cloud resources, developer and testing team, better collaboration. With the availability of cloud resources, developer, testing team and admin teams can work together to get the work done. They can develop, test, deploy application in a much faster and automated way, which enhances the overall experience of software development. Faster innovation. As it encourages the collaborative environment, it extends the possibility of innovation within the existing process or whole new business idea. Security. Cloud is becoming more and more secure. All the cloud computing service providers have already supported zero trust policy within their process and encouraging their customers to follow the best practices by providing tons of knowledge for security compliance. By adopting the security practices, enterprises can fulfill the compliance requirements in IT systems. Integrated service. Cloud will take enterprise online. Hence, integrating with other online services become very easy. Almost all IT or non-IT services are coming online. It is easy to integrate with such a service. Using API integration is much more secure and safe method. With all these advantages of cloud, it is not like there is nothing to really look for in the cloud computing. It also has some stuff which needs to be looked at. Dependency on internet connectivity. As everything is online, internet becomes a mandatory requirement. Without internet, cloud computing resources will not be accessible. Security concerns. With a public cloud, security is a shared responsibility between cloud provider and users. So keeping cloud resources secure is a big concern and need lot of attention. Loss of control over data. Cloud computing ensures the data availability. However, if somehow data get lost, it's very difficult to restore that data. So, data replication and other techniques needs to be implemented. Integration challenges. Integrating with other online services are very easy with cloud. However, there are few limitations to it. It is very important to ensure every integration point details before opting for cloud services. Vendor lock-in. Once you move into cloud, it is difficult to get out. So you are getting into a situation of vendor locked-in. To overcome this, you need to create a cloud agnostic services for easy movement from one cloud to another cloud. Compliancy and regulatory issues. Cloud service providers ensure the compliancy of the provided services. However, the application compliancy needs to be taken care by application owner, which requires a lot of other things.
That's it for guys in this video. I hope you like it. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up and do subscribe for my channel. You can see all my videos. Thank you very much.